Good evening. Honest students, is my voice is loud and clear? Right? It is clear, right? Okay, done. Done, guys. So in today's class, we are going to discuss the next topic called as inferential statistics. Okay? Heading as inferential statistics. Inferential statistics. Done. Now, what are the inferential statistics we are having? It is some most confusion topic. Some of the students will confuse with this. And so since it is a most confusion topic, some of the trainers will even ignore this topic also during the regular class, right? But it is one of the important topic during the statistical analysis as a data analyst. Now, what is inferential statistics means? Here, inferencing. You are going to do the inferencing, or which is also called as estimating. You are inferencing or estimating the population parameter. You are estimating the population parameter based on sample statistic. Sample statistic. Okay. Inferencing or estimating. Your either inferencing is also called as estimating. Inferential statistics means nothing but estimations. Estimation statistics. So inferencing or estimation, the population parameter based on the sample statistic is called as inferential statistics. Right? Now, so here we are estimating the population parameter. What is the population parameter? Means mu. We are estimating the mu based on the x bar. Okay, x bar will be considered as sample statistic. Whatever you are calculating on the sample, all the statistical measures, all statistical measures, all statistical measures, whatever you are calculating, all the statistical measures calculated on a sample, are called as sample statistic. Example, if you are calculating the sample mean, sample variance, sample standard deviation. What are the sample standard deviation you are having? Sample standard deviation, and along with the sample covariance. So whatever you are calculating on the sample data, okay, everything are called as sample statistic. That is, if you are calculating x bar also, you are calculating s square. If you are calculating in terms of s, or if you are calculating the covariance of x comma y, all these things are called as sample statistic only. Okay. Now, if you are measuring on the population, okay, so all the statistical measures calculated on the population, if you are doing on the population, on a population data, if you are calculating on a population, it is called as parameters. They are called as population parameters. They are called as population parameter. Example, population mean. Okay, population mean. Population mean is called as parameter. Population variance is called as parameter. Population standard deviation is called as parameter. And population covariance is called as parameter. Whatever you are doing on the sample data, it is called as sample statistic. Whatever you are doing on the population parameter, population it is called as population parameters. Right? Now, this is the first one. So all the sample measures which you have calculated on a sample are called as sample statistic. Calculated on population are called as population parameter. If you have received, if you are having population data with you, if you are having population data with you, okay, then you can calculate directly. You can calculate directly. What you can calculate? You can calculate directly in terms of population mean, population variance, everything. So directly you can calculate the population parameters. What are the population parameters are there? You can calculate simply by applying the formulas. For example, if I have given this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is X. If it is population data, how you are going to calculate population variance means sigma of x minus mu whole square divided by caps lock n divided by 5. Total number of records are 5 na? So 5. If I say this is a sample data, then what you are going to do? Divide by n minus 1. So when you have received if you are having with you the population data with you, if you are having population data with you, you can directly calculate the population parameters. But if you are having sample data with you, instead of population, you are having the sample data with you, not the population data. Okay? If you are having the population data, you can calculate directly. If you are having the sample data with you, in this case, what you are going to do? You can calculate directly. What you can calculate directly now? Sample statistic values. You can calculate the sample statistic values. Okay, you can calculate directly sample statistic values. You can estimate what? Population parameters. Is the point is clear? This one is important. If you are having the population data with you, directly you calculate the population parameter. But when you are having the sample data with you, you can calculate only the sample statistic. Then how to get the population parameter means you have to estimate that. Based on the population, we have to estimate. So when you are going to estimate the population means when you are having the sample data. Okay, now what are the inferential statistics is there? Inferential statistics, that is nothing but estimating the population parameter. This one only called as inferential statistics. Sir, means you are saying that for sample data only we are going to apply the inferential statistics. If you are having the population data, we no need to apply the inferential statistics? No need. If you are already having the population data, why to apply inferential statistic? Directly calculate. Let's take an example so that you can understand very clearly. Now, there is some water bottle company. Okay, let us take the water bottle name as Kinley. There is a Kinley water bottle company. Kinley water bottle. And they have done with the manufactured around 1 lakh units or 10 lakh. Let's take an example of 10 lakhs. Total 10 lakh units they have manufactured. N is equal to 10 lakhs. This is population. Now I want to check in this 10 lakhs bottles, what is the average volume? Means what is the quantity they have filled. Now, for example, first bottle, they are having 1000 ml. In the first bottle, 1000 ml is there. Second bottle 995 ml. Okay, I'm not writing ml here. Simply I'm writing here quantity. How much quantity in the each bottle in terms of ml. Okay, 995, 998, 1005, 1004, like this. Now, if you are having all the 10 lakh values like this, can't you calculate the mean? Simply directly you can't calculate the mean. So, if all the 10 lakh values are available with you, if you have all 10 lakh values, how many values? 10 lakh values. If all the 10 lakh values means 10 lakh bottle, 10 lakh bottles are there, right? 10 lakh bottle values if you have, from that what you can calculate? Population mean can be calculated. Directly we can calculate the population mean. For example, if you are having with you only if you have instead of 10 lakh bottles, 1000 bottles are there. 1000 bottle values are there. No 10 lakhs, only 1000 bottle values are there. Now, in this case, can you calculate the population mean? No. In this case, what you can calculate? Sample mean only can be calculated. From the sample mean, we have to estimate the population mean. Point is clear? So, in this example, we calculate if you have 1000 bottle values only with you, you have to calculate the sample mean. You can calculate sample mean can be calculated directly. Sample mean calculated and population mean is estimated. Remaining 9,99,000 bodies, whatever we are not having the data, we are estimating them. Point is clear now? Inference statistics is clear now? So based on the sample, we are estimating the population parameter. Sir, which parameter we are going to estimate? Which parameter you have calculated sample, based on that parameter when the population will be estimated. If you are having the sample variance, we will estimate the population variance. If you are having sample standard deviation, we will estimate the population standard deviation. If you are having sample covariance, we will estimate the population covariance. If you are having the sample mean, we are going to estimate the population mean. What are the sample you are having? Similar kind of population we are going to estimate. Point is clear, guys? Everyone? Now, so this is the one. We are going to estimate the population. Now, if all the 10 lakh bottles are there, still you will estimate the population mean. Why to estimate? Simply calculate now. Values are not there, we will estimate. When values are only there, why to estimate? Directly calculate. So now, inference statistics is applied on the population data or not? Inference statistics should be applied on the population data? No. Waste. Directly we'll calculate the population values only now. Why to estimate? What is inferential statistics means? Estimation. Estimation has to be done means when we don't know original value, we'll estimate. When we know original value, why we'll estimate? Point is clear. So this is inferential statistics, the basic. Now how we are going to do this inferential statistics? So inferential statistics will be done. What are the inferential statistics is there? This can be done. Okay, inferential statistics can be done by using the hypothesis testing. Inferential statistics, what are the inferential statistics is there? Inferential statistics can be done using statistical tests. Using the statistical tests. Okay. So what are the different types of statistical tests we are having? How we are going to do? Means, so here statistical tests we are having different types of statistical tests, and these tests we call it as hypothesis testing. By using the statistical test, whatever we are doing, it is called as hypothesis testing. It is called as hypothesis testing, right? Now, next. So here, what are the different types of statistical tests we are having? Means statistical tests applied on the numerical data can be applied on the, so statistical tests on continuous data. When you are having the tests of continuous data, and statistical tests can be applied on the discrete data. On discrete data, two types of data. Both types of statistical tests are available. What are the statistical tests are available and what are the steps involved? Okay, now let us write the steps involved. What are the statistical tests we are having means, first one is called as one sample Z test. Second one is called as one sample T test. Next one is called as ANOVA test. So these are the tests which are used for the continuous data. For discrete data, we are having one proportion test. One proportion test and chi-square test. In which case, which one has to be used? Everything I'll explain one by one. Everything we'll discuss one by one. And this cannot be completed in a single class. It will automatically take the 2 classes, today and tomorrow. Is the point is clear, guys? Now, let's move on to this. So this is the statistical test, whatever we are having. Now, let's apply the steps involved. What are the steps involved in the statistical test? Steps, next heading is steps involved in statistical tests for continuous data. For continuous data, what are the steps are involved? For discrete data, what are the steps are involved? Let's see the both of them separately. Steps involved in the statistical test for continuous data, for discrete data, for both of them separately. Okay, now let us write the step number 1. What is the step? First step involved means the step is called as formulate the null and alternate hypothesis. Formulate the null and alternate. Formulate the null hypothesis, which we denote as H naught. Null hypothesis is denoted by H naught, and also alternate hypothesis, which is represented by H1. This is first step, step number 1. Sir, how to formulate? I will explain. Once you write the steps, I will explain each and everything detailedly, and we'll do with the multiple examples. Okay. Now, step 2. Check level of check for level of significance. Okay, check for level of significance, which is also called as alpha. Okay, and this will be given in question, or by, if it is you are writing exam means it will be given in the question. If you are working in a company means it will be given by your manager or your senior who have shared your the project now, that person, okay, will be given in the question or by manager if you are working in the company. If they have not given, if not given, if not given, then in that case, default value, what are the default value is, default value for alpha is equal to 0.05, which is also called as 5%, percentage wise 5%, value wise 0.05. You should not ask the manager or should not ask the, you should not confuse in the question. If they have not given miss, by default is 0.5, 0.05. Given miss, okay. If not given miss, that is default, standard. 99% it is 0.05 only. 99% of the cases, very rarely they will change that value. Step number 3. Check whether given data is normally distributed or not. Check whether the given data is normally distributed or not. If data is normally distributed, go to step 4. Go to step 4. Else convert the skewed data to normal distribution. And then go to step 4. If it is already normal distributed in the given data only, directly go to the step 4. No miss, in that case you have to convert and then you have to go to the step 4. Right? Next, now what is step 4? Step 4 is select the test. Select the statistical test. Which statistical test you have to apply? How you are going to decide? If number of columns are equal to 1, means in your data set number of columns are equal to 1, and number of records and population standard deviation is given. If these two conditions are satisfied, if the number of columns are equal to 1 and population standard deviation also given, in that case you have to apply one sample z test. One sample z test. This is the test which you have to apply. If next one, what is the next one? If number of samples are equal to 1 and population standard deviation is not given or simply unknown. If population standard deviation is unknown. Here, if population standard deviation is known to you, in that case, you have to go with the one sample t test. Okay, and if number of columns are greater than 1, if number of columns are simply greater than 1, in that case directly you are going with the ANOVA test. In that case, ANOVA test. Is the point is clear? How to select the test means like this. Total 3 tests are there. Within the continuous data, already I have told you 3 tests. What are the 3 tests? Z test, T test, ANOVA test. So within these 3, which one you have to select in which case means this is the order. Right? Now, here just add one more condition here. What is the condition is, if number of samples are less than or equal to 30, if number of samples are equal to less than 30, in that case this one will applicable. If number of samples are greater than, if what are the number of samples are there, if it is greater than or equal to 30, in that case you can apply either one sample t test or z test. Both will give the same answer. One sample t test or one sample t test or one sample t test. T test and z test, anything of your choice. Both are same. Okay, when you are having the number of columns is equal to 1, when number of columns is equal to 1, what is the meaning means one sample, basically it is one sample. Number of columns is equal to 1 means one sample, that is the basic meaning. When you have to apply z test, when population standard deviation is known. When you have to apply t test, when population standard deviation is unknown. When the number of columns are greater than 1, directly you have to apply the ANOVA test itself. In that case, no discussion. You will have the problem when you are having the less than 1 column. I mean, less than, when you are having exactly 1 column, then only. When you are having more than 1 column, no need all these things. Blindly will apply the ANOVA test. Is the points are clear, guys? Everyone? Next, step 5. What is step 5? Means apply the test. Apply the test. Okay. After selecting the test, what you have to do? You have to apply the test and calculate the test statistic value. Test statistic and p value. Two things you have to calculate. Okay. So within the step 5, what you have to do? Apply the test. And after applying the test, what you have to do? Calculate the test statistic value and followed by p value. Two things you have to calculate. What is meant by apply the test means just substitute in the formula. Apply the test means substitute in the formula. or simply use the Python code. I'll show you the max. I will show you the manual calculation at the same time how to do in the Python. Sir, why we require both of them? Simply you can show only Python means okay, that is real life. In the certifications or in the any entrance exams or something you are writing the related to data analytics, some test was conducted by the companies. In that case, manual is required. Is the point is clear? Next one is last one, step 6. This is the last step. Okay, based on the p value, either accept null hypothesis or reject null hypothesis. Either accept or reject the null hypothesis. Either you have to accept or reject the null hypothesis. Reject is also called as why many people will confuse, here as I've told you now, it is confusion topic. Why many people will confuse means understand this one clearly. Two opposite words are there, multiple opposite words are there. What are the opposite words means? One is null hypothesis, opposite to this one is alternate hypothesis. One is called as accept, second one is called as reject. Okay, now accept null hypothesis. What is meant by accept null hypothesis means you are accepting null hypothesis means what you are rejecting then? Alternate hypothesis, basically you are rejecting. So accept null hypothesis is also called as rejecting null alternate hypothesis. Both are same. You are accepting alternate hypothesis means what is the meaning? You are rejecting the null hypothesis. That is the basically meaning. Both are same. You are accepting one means you are rejecting another one. Only two options are there. One is null, one is alternate. Out of these two, one you have to accept, one you have to reject. And one more word is there. Accept, reject null hypothesis. Reject null hypothesis is also called as do not accept null hypothesis. Don't accept the null hypothesis. Don't accept null hypothesis means what meaning? Reject only na. Reject null hypothesis only na. Reject null hypothesis to say, they'll say don't accept. Don't accept or reject, both are same basically. Why they'll confuse unnecessarily means like this, by writing the opposite words, by adding the more number of opposite words, it leads to the confusion. Point is clear? Basically this everything is same only, right? Only two are there. One is alternate, one is null. See here A, B, two are there. You are accepting A means what is the meaning? Rejecting B. Okay, reject B. This is one way, or you can say accept A. This is also same, or simply you are going to say don't reject A. Don't reject A means what is the meaning? Accept A only na. Three different words. From these three different words, answer is same only, right? Finally, you are accepting A only. Accept A is also accept. Reject B also accept A only. Don't reject A means accept A only. Three of them are same meaning. Okay? Do not reject, do not accept. They'll add these unnecessary words. Whichever you feel easy, you conclude any one. You stick on any one. Don't unnecessarily use all the words, and finally don't get confused. Basically everything is same. Okay, now here we are going to, based on the p value, we have to either accept the null hypothesis or either we have to accept the, to be simplified, I will write here, either we have to accept null hypothesis or we have to accept the alternate hypothesis. Out of two, one we have to accept. Okay. Now, so instead of accept null hypothesis, we'll always say with the reject null hypothesis. Anything you have to say only based on the null hypothesis only. You should not say based on the alternate hypothesis. Everything you have to say only with null hypothesis. You accepted null hypothesis or you rejected null hypothesis. You have to say only with the null hypothesis. Now, how you are going to say means if p value, when p value, if what are the p value is there, if p value is less than alpha, if p value is less than alpha, in that case, we are going to reject the null hypothesis. Okay. If p value is greater than alpha, we are going to accept the null hypothesis. P is less than alpha, reject. P is greater than alpha, accept. To remember in a easy way this one, we are going to have P is less than alpha called as P low. P low. Low means lower than the alpha. P low, null go. Null go means you go away. I don't want you. Means I am rejecting the null hypothesis. Second one is P high. P high means P is greater than alpha. Null fly. P low, null go. P high, null fly. This is easy means remember this one. No sir, this is not easy sir, this one only easy means go with this one. Basically both are same. Choice is yours. Point is clear? Let's start one by one now. So in the step, what is the first step? We have to start formulation of null and alternate hypothesis. From there we'll start. First we should know how to formulate the null and alternate hypothesis. For example, okay, null hypothesis is this one. SRK is good. Alternate hypothesis is SRK is bad. Bad person. Okay. Now, from this you have accepted the null hypothesis assume. Okay. Instead of this one, you have your answer is this one, but you have formulated like this. Your formulation was wrong. Answer is correct only. Formulation was wrong. Then what final conclusion also going to be wrong. Everything will be wrong. So first step only, most important step. Formulation of null and alternate hypothesis only will make the first difference. Okay. Now, sir, here okay. These are all the fine. Now you asked us to keep the heading of steps involved in the statistical test for continuous data. Now what are the steps involved for the discrete data? Same na. I asked to write the steps. See here. Steps involved in the discrete data. What are the steps means? Same steps. Copy and paste. No difference. First step is formulate. Second step is same. Third step will not be there. The entire third step is not there. Third step is nothing. Why third step will not be there, sir? Means because for discrete data we can't check the normal distribution now. Normal distribution logic is applied only on the continuous data. So third step is not there in the discrete. Step number 3 is not there. No. Directly you have to go to the step 4 only. No step 3. No step 3. No. Directly go to the step 4. In the step 4, what we have to do? Statistical test. So in the statistical test, if number of columns is equal to 1, one proportion test. If number of columns is equal to 1, what is the test we have to use? One proportional test. One proportion test, simply. When number of columns are greater than 1, it is chi-square test. Simple. Nothing here, nothing is there. Very simple. Is the point is clear? One proportion test and chi-square test. Remaining everything is same. Step 1 is same. Step 2 is same. Step 3 not there. Step 4 is if number of columns are equal to 1 means one proportion test. If the number of columns are more than 1 means chi-square test. Step 5 is same. Step 6 is same. Everything is same. Is the point is simple? Clear guys? Everyone? Guys, everyone is clear? Now comes to the next one. What is the heading? Formulation of null and alternate hypothesis. Formulation of null and alternate hypothesis. How to formulate the null hypothesis, at the same time how to formulate the alternate hypothesis. Let's understand one by one clearly. How to formulate. So here I will explain with a simple way for formulation so that you can easily formulate for any particular business problem. You can easily formulate. How you can formulate means, first here just you have to take the, you are having one continuous. What are the options? One continuous variable, more than one continuous, that is for ANOVA test, and one discrete variable, and more than one discrete variable. So you are having the options like this. So these are the only 4 options. For one continuous, what is the test? One sample test. Whether it is G or T or secondary, one sample test. For more than one continuous, ANOVA test. For one discrete, one proportional test. For more than one discrete, chi-square test. Everyone is clear? Now, when you are having only one continuous, how to formulate the null and alternate hypothesis? How to formulate null and alternate hypothesis means you have to use in terms of what are the population parameter you are having. Population parameter. With the population parameter, you have to use the greater than or less than or equal to. 3 symbols will be available. Symbol number 1 is greater than. Okay, greater than or equal to, you have to write the value. This is option 1. What is the second option? Less than or equal to. What is the third option? Equal to. As of now, my suggestion for you is don't write anything, because it leads to the confusion instead of clarity. Just opposite to this. What is the opposite to this? Opposite to this is less than. Now opposite to this is just opposite. What are the opposite is there? Opposite to this is greater than. Opposite to this is not equal to. Okay, not equal to. Now first let us complete the with one sample continuous. I mean one continuous variable. When you are having a single column, that too continuous variable, In that case, let us do some examples on this and let us understand clearly. If it is clear, we'll move on to the next one. Right? Now here we are having this is option 1. Okay? Option 2. This is option 2 and this is option 3. 3 options you are having. Out of these 3 options, which one you are going to choose? Means you have to choose. No, it is not p-value. I will tell you, just hold on. How to choose the null and alternate means null hypothesis should be chosen in such a way no action should be taken. If it is accepted, no action should be taken. That one should be in the null. Which one you are going to take the action? That one should be in the alternate. For which one you are going to take the action? That should be in the alternate. For which one no action is there? That should be in the null. Now, let's start with the example number 1. Example number 1. Now, you visited a Kinley water bottle company. Example number 1. I'll tell you with multiple examples. It is not with one example. At least I'll go with 5 to 6 examples. Okay? And for these 6 examples, for this multiple examples like this, we'll try with the multiple because first step only most important. So let us assume you went to the Kinley water bottle. In the Kinley water bottle, you are having in terms of 1 liter water bottles. 1 liter means 1000 ml. Okay. Now you went for a inspection purpose. You are an inspector. Okay. Inspection purpose you went and you want to check whether they are having the 1000 ml or not. In one bottle. No, right? Overall all the bottles. Means you want one bottle 1000 ml or mean as 1000 ml? Mean. Means your requirement is mean value should be 1000 ml. Now you went to the Kinley water bottle company and there you have collected the 100 bottles you have taken. In the each bottle, how much ml? In that bottle, how much ml is there? You have checked. How many bottles you have checked? 100 bottles you have checked. And you have taken the values you have noted. One by one, you have noted. How many values? 100 values. So for each of them, you calculated the ml. Now 100 values are there with you. Now in this, how many columns are there here? One column. That too, what is that column? Continuous, because it is a ml. ml will comes under quantity. How much quantity? Quantity comes under quantitative variable, which is continuous variable. Right? Now, so here we are having the continuous variable of 1. That too, what is your requirement? 1000 ml should be there. Now here total 3 options are there. Now tell me guys. First, let us go with the option number 1. Population parameter. Null hypothesis. Population parameter means mu. Here I have told you value now. What is that value means? This one. For which one you are applying the hypothesis test? That value. Hypothesis test for which one you are applying? For 1000 ml. So now mu is greater than or equal to 1000 ml. Mu is less than 1000 ml. Option number 1. Mu is less than or equal to 1000 ml. Mu is greater than 1000 ml. Similarly, mu is equal to 1000 ml. Mu is not equal to 1000 ml. Like this 3 options are there, out of which one of them is correct answer. How to identify which is correct answer? Out of these 3 means, now as I have told you, for null hypothesis what should be there? No action. For example, as an inspector you went to the company. In that 100 bottles, they are maintaining the more than 1000 ml. Is there any problem for you? As an inspector, you have to see from the inspection point of view. As an inspector, are you having any problem? If they are having more than 1000 ml, are you going to take action on them? No. So right here, no action. If it is less than 1000 ml, are you going to take action? Yes, you are going to take the action. Now come to this one. If they are having the less than 1000 ml, are you going to take action? Yes, you are going to take the action. If greater than 1000 ml, no action. Right here, no action. Now, exactly 1000 ml. If exactly 1000 ml, are you going to take action? No, this one also you are not going to take the action. If they are not maintaining exactly 1000 ml, are you going to take the action? Means, for example, if they are maintaining 1010 ml, what is the problem for you? 995 only problem now. 1010, 1020, they are giving extra 20 ml. What is the problem for you? Now in this case, 50-50. For some of them will take the action, for some of them will not take action. Now for this one, as I have told you, null hypothesis should have with respect to what? No action only. And alternate hypothesis should have with the action. Out of these three, which one will satisfy the condition? Which option will satisfy? Is the point is clear? Everyone? So how you have to formulate the null and alternate hypothesis means which one will have the no action in the null hypothesis, that one should be selected. Which one will be the action? That should be in the alternate. Now let's go with the example number 2. Example 1 is clear for everyone. For example number 1, what is the null and alternate hypothesis? What is the null? Null hypothesis is mean value is greater than or equal to 1000 ml is the null hypothesis for which will not take any action. And alternate hypothesis is, in this example, alternate hypothesis is mean is less than 1000 ml, where we are going to take the action as a inspector. Is this clear, everyone? Example number 1. Now let us go with the example number 2. Again, same Kinley water bottle company. One more time. 1000 ml only. Same. Again, you are having the 100 bottles. Now, instead of your inspector, now you are the manager. You are not the inspector. You are the company manager. You are the part of the Kinley water bottle company. Now, is more than 1000 ml, are you going to take no action? Huh? As a manager, you will take no action? No, right? Action will be taken. Less than 1000 also, you will take the action. More than 1000 also action, less than 1000 also action. For which one you will not take action? If it is exactly equal to, mean is equal to 1000 ml only, you will not take the action. If it is more also, you will take action. If it is less also, you will take the action. Mean is not equal to 1000 ml. In that case, we are going to take the action. See, same example. Who is doing the work also important? Manager is doing, the inspector is doing. From inspector point of view or customer point of view, if you get more than 1000 ml also, not a problem. When will raise the complaint? In the water bottle, they have given the sticker as 1000 ml, but internally they are giving only 950 ml. We'll raise the complaint. For instead of 1000 ml, they have given the sticker and they have provided 1050 ml. We'll say to the company that, "Arey, you have provided extra 50 ml, please come and take yours." We'll say, no. But when it is less, we will raise a complaint. Point is clear, everyone? So here you are going to have the, from the inspector point of view, different null and alternate hypothesis, from manager point of view. Sir, how I can know from which point of view I am doing? That is the reason first business problem is required. read the question, then you'll understand. In every case, first you have to read the question properly. Then automatically you'll understand. Without reading the question, complete question, for example, you are thinking some question in your mind. What are the question you are thinking in your mind? Not a problem. But write that question in a paper. Properly write the question in a paper first. Then automatically you'll get the answer. Because in your mind, you'll think that one, that one, like this, multiple things you'll think, and you will only confuse unnecessarily. Instead of that, write the question clearly in a paper. One question you write in a paper, automatically you'll get the answer. For which one action, for which one no action. No action should be in the null. Null hypothesis says that nothing difference. Everything is normal. When everything is normal, why to take action? Now in this same case, now tell me guys, example number 3. Okay, SRK students are there. And SRK students, okay, SRK has conducted one test and he is expecting the students' marks is more than 70. That is his expectation. Single student, no, right? Overall students. Never will focus on the single record. Overall means automatically it is mean only. Never will discuss on a single value. Single student is having more than 70 or less than 70 or will never focus. Always will go with the overall. Now, I want to check whether the student's marks is greater than 70 or not. Students has got marks, overall marks greater than 70 or not. This is my requirement. Now in this case, what is the null and alternate hypothesis as per my requirement? For which one I will take action, for which one I will not take action? If average marks are greater than 70, I will not take the action because my requirement was satisfied. Why to take action? What action I will take, that is secondary. Action only not required. Right? Now, when the marks are less than 70, I am going to take the action. When the marks are less than 70, I will take the action. Sir, what about equal to, sir? Equal to always goes to the null only. Always. It will never come to the alternate. In all the examples, equal to is associated with the null only. Equal to will never come to the alternate. Here only equal to is there means opposite to that is not equal to. Greater than with equal to is there means then automatically less than. Is the point is clear, everyone? Now, example number 4. Now, Naresh sir, okay, Naresh IT. Naresh sir wants to check whether faculty performance is good or not. Why to check? If the faculty performance is not good, he wants to remove the faculty. He wants to take some action. Why to take action? Otherwise, how the business will be improved? When the faculties are performing very good in the institute and they are delivering the good lectures and students are understanding and they are getting the jobs means, then faculty has to be continued. Otherwise, what happens? If you continue the bad faculty also, a repetition of the Naresh IT only will be downfall. So they want to improve their business means what they have to do? One of the step is that they have to continuously evaluate the faculty, whether their performance is good or not. That is one of the step for their improvement in the business. One of the. So to improve their business, so Naresh IT team is going to check whether the faculty performance is good or not. And they want to check whether the SRK is a good trainer or a bad trainer. Now, from Naresh sir point of view, okay, feedback, if the feedback is greater than 90, they'll be considered as good trainer. If it is less than 90, bad trainer. This is from Naresh sir point of view. Sir, means feedback greater than 90 only. Naresh sir will give the number. That number is not decided by you or by me. Naresh sir will say that, hey, whether SRK is a good trainer or a bad trainer. Okay, sir, on what criteria? If average rating is above 70 means okay. Otherwise, he is a bad trainer. He will say that number 70 or 60 or 40 or some number. Okay, and now he will collect from the students. What he will collect? Ratings. Rating in terms of number wise, good or bad? Number wise he will collect. Sir, if he is collecting from good or bad, for example, every student is giving either good or bad. This one only. Either good means good, good, or bad means bad. Not number, sir. In this case, now SRK is a good trainer, SRK is a bad trainer. Which one is null and which one is alternate, guys? Tell me. SRK is a good trainer is null, SRK is a bad trainer is null. Which one? For which one you will take action? For which one no action? SRK is a good trainer, no action. From narrator point of view, you are doing from whose point of view? Naresh IT point of view. So Naresh IT point of view, SRK is a good trainer. SRK is a good trainer, no action. Now, alternate hypothesis says that SRK is a bad trainer, which is action is required. When you have collected the data as a categorical data, it comes under one discrete. Now the same thing, you are collecting the data as a rating point of view out of 100. 90, 92, 84, 46, 55. Something you are collecting like this out of 100. Now it is a discrete variable. It is a continuous variable. For continuous variable, what you have to use? Greater than or equal to less, like this symbols. For discrete variable, we can't use those symbols. For discrete variable, how you will apply the greater than or equal to? Greater than good, less than bad, nothing will be there, right? For discrete variables, sentences will be there. For discrete variable, sentence. For continuous variable, symbols. Point is clear? Same example. Based on the collected data also, what data you are having. This is also one column only, this is also one column only. But one column continuous, one column discrete. Point is clear now? Now tell me, in this case, feedback should be greater than 90. Then only he will be considered as good trainer. Now what is the null and alternate hypothesis? Greater than 90, null hypothesis. Greater than 90 is considered as null hypothesis for which no action will be taken. If it is out of 100 means 90. If it is out of 5, rating out of 5 means 4.5. 4.5. If the average rating out of 5 it is more than 4.5, no action. Otherwise, if it is less than 4.5, we are going to take the action. Simple. If it is out of 5 means according to out of 5. If it is out of 100 means according to out of 100. Point is clear? Now, next, let's go with the, everything is clear now? Now you can formulate the null and alternate hypothesis for one continuous. Can you formulate? So now let me ask you the question. Now tell me guys, for this case, read the question and write the answer in the notes. From whose perspective you have to do the null hypothesis testing at the same time? Completed? Now, so here we are going to get the data for each of them. How many minutes it is response time. What are the response time is there? Response time in minutes. For the first patient, they have responded in 4 minutes. For one patient, 14 minutes. One patient, 20 minutes. Like this, how many columns you are having? One column. In one column, you are having the time. For every patient, what is the time they have responded? What is the null and alternate hypothesis, guys? Tell me. What is the null? Less than or equal to 8 minutes. If it is less than or equal to 8 minutes, their service goal is achieved. So whether they are going to take action? No. If it is more than 8 minutes, they are going to take the action. Now, it is not compulsory every time in the null hypothesis, only greater than symbol will be there. Sir, here greater than is there, here also greater than is there, here also greater than is there, only greater than you are writing. No. This example is for less than, okay now? So mu is less than or equal to 8 minutes, no action. If it is greater than 8 minutes, action. Example number 5. Is that clear? Everyone? Now, clear guys? Yes or no? Now, when you are having the more than one continuous, means 2 columns are there. Now, let's take an example, 2 columns. What are the 2 columns means? One is 5:30 batch. One is 7:30 batch. For these 2 people, I am conducting the same question paper, same exam. Both are same, no difference. Exam is same. Okay, question paper was same, exam was same. In this, some of the students has attempted. In this, some of the students has attempted. Now, I want to check whether the average performance by 5:30 and average performance of 7:30, whether they are same or not. If they are same, no action. If they are not same, I'll take the action. Now, what is the null and alternate hypothesis? Means mu of 5:30 batch average marks. What are the average marks of 5:30? Is equal to, it is equal to 7:30. No action. So here only one concept is there, equal to, not equal to. That is the only one. There is no other option also. When you are having more than one column is there. What is that null and alternate hypothesis? Mu of one column is equal to mu of second column. That's it. Blindly it is same every time. No discussion on this. Only equal to, not equal to. Null hypothesis always will have the equal to. Alternate hypothesis will have the not equal to, where you are having the action. Now, one more example. Amazon sales are there, Big Billion Days sales are there. Amazon Great Indian Festival, Big Billion Days sales by Flipkart. Both will be conducted on the same days, generally. Whenever the Amazon announces the Great Indian Festival, Flipkart will announce, or Flipkart is announced, means Amazon will announce. Either of these two, one will announce and second one will follow. Now, finally, both are conducting the Big Billion Days or Great Indian Festival sales for 5 days. And they are going to make the sales. Okay, multiple people are going to purchase here and here. This is Flipkart. This is Amazon. And you want to compare. What is the null and alternate hypothesis? Average sales of Flipkart is equal to average sales of Amazon. What is the alternate? Both are not same. Simple. Is the point is clear? Sir, both are not same or same. Simply you can take the total, no sir. If you do the total, total sales of Flipkart will get one number, total sales of Amazon one number. Simply we can conclude like this only, no sir. Both are same or not same. For this again hypothesis testing. Point is very simple guys. Whatever you are getting is sample data. Who will estimate for the population? From the sample you concluded. For example, here in 5:30 p.m. batch, 4 students has attempted the test. from 730 also 4 students has attempted the test. Let's take an example, 4 students. Average marks of these 4 students is 85. Average marks of these 4 students is 85. Now both the batches are same. Sample point of view, both are same. Population point of view, for example, here 100 students are there, here 150 students are there. If remaining students has attempted, value might be more, value might be less. Now, based on this one, what you are concluding? Population you are concluding. Otherwise, by simply seeing the value, we can simply say in one shot only now. Now, average rating, as I've told you in the Naresh IT, 4.5. Now, are we going to take the average rating from every student? At the end, today only, assume, today after the class, I'll share you one survey. Okay, in that you have to fill the details and you have to give your feedback. Okay, now, how many students are going to fill that one? Do you think each and every student in the class who has enrolled will fill the form? Some students, after seeing also, they'll ignore and they'll do their work. Some students will fill. Now, for example, 10 students has filled. Okay, I have shared the form. Only 10 students has filled. With these 10 students, I got the average rating as more than 4.9. Okay, 4.9 is the average rating. What is this one? Sample mean. What about the population mean? Now you are concluding here, population mean or sample mean? Population mean is greater than, sample mean is greater than 4.5 or population mean is greater than 4.5? What is that? Population parameter. So population parameter is greater than 4.5 or not, we are concluding. But what we calculated? Sample mean. From the sample mean, what we are going to conclude? This one. That is the reason the steps are there. Otherwise, why to write the steps? Directly from here only we can conclude now. For example, I am having the 10 students details like this. Okay, rating is there. Now, mean is more than 4.5 or less than 4.5. Simply, I can't calculate. 10 students average, I got 4.9. It is more than 4.5 or less than 4.5? More than 4.5. Simply, you can conclude only now. But what you have calculated here? Sample. What you are concluding? Population. So, that is the reason steps are there. One sample G test, one sample T test, all these things are that one. Points are clear now? This null and alternate hypothesis will be concluded based on the test, not based on the value. Clear, guys? Is that clear or not clear? If it is not clear, ask. 10 students has given the feedback. For 10 students out of 100, total 100 students has enrolled the program. Out of 100 students, 10 students has given the feedback. For these 10 students, rating is 4.9. Or still more, I'll go simple way. Let us go with a still more simple. Forget all these things. Now, in front of you only, have you understood the concept? You. Yes or no? Yes. I asked one student. She told yes. Everyone has understood. Okay. Since he told yes now. She told yes, right? In front of you only she told yes, right? Now others also understood. Everyone has understood the concept. Should I conclude like this? That is only test. Here based on the value, what are the value we are getting is sample. But what we are concluding is population. So for that, we have to write the steps. So here, first we have to formulate the null and alternate hypothesis. After that, we have to load the data and we have to do all these things. Then we have to conclude finally. All these steps are done on for concluding the population data. Points are clear? Everyone. First, everyone understood how to formulate null and alternate hypothesis, right? When you are having the one continuous variable, what you have to use? Symbols. When you are having the two continuous, I mean more than one continuous, then in that case, simply it is equal to mean of first column. What are the mean of first column? Is equal to mean of second column is equal to mean of third column. Like that, how many columns are there? 20 columns are there also, same logic. Alternate hypothesis is not equal to. Point is clear? Now similarly, when you are having the one discrete variable, how you have to formulate the sentence? This formulation of null hypothesis should be done using the sentence. It cannot be done using the symbols because it is a discrete variable. For discrete variables, symbols are not applicable. Greater than, less than symbols are not applicable. Right? So in this case, we are going to use the sentences. Now, for example, let's take an example like this. One more example related to one discrete. Now, there is a law, Indian law. Okay, as per the Indian law, every person is either criminal or innocent. Only two options. Criminal means no need to do the murder only. Criminal means even robbery, even small things also. Even one day they keep in the jail also, he is considered as criminal only. 10 years also criminal only, as per Indian law. Right? Now, so here we are having the two options. The person is innocent, the person is criminal. Two options are there. Now, which one is comes under null hypothesis? Which one will come under alternate hypothesis? Person is criminal. Person is criminal is one option. Person is innocent is one option. Which one is null and which one is alternate? So innocent is the null. Why? Because no action. For this one, you are not going to take any action. If the person is criminal, according to that, we are going to take the action. What are the crime he has done? Based on that, action will be selected. So like this, we are going to formulate the things. Is the point is clear? Now, have you understood or not understood? I'm not asking question. Which one is null and which is alternate? Understood, not understood. Which one is null and which is alternate? Understood. Class understood comes under null. Why? If you have understood means I will not take action, means I will not repeat again one more example. If not understood, I will take the action, means I take one more example. Right? So not understood comes under alternate hypothesis. Action, where I have to take the action. Understood? Now I am asking question. Understood? Not null and alternate. Understood, right? Point is clear now? Clear or not clear? Question only. Not null and alternate. Question. Right? Everyone is clear, right? Anyone has any questions? How to formulate null and alternate hypothesis? So whenever you are having more than more than one, in that case, you have to go with the null hypothesis like this. When you are having the more than one, null hypothesis to go with the no difference. No difference. Alternate hypothesis comes with the difference. What is meant by null? Null means nothing difference. Nothing. Nothing is there. Okay? No difference and difference. By using these words, we have to formulate the null and alternate hypothesis. When it comes to the null, this one, this. Now, third one is null hypothesis. How to formulate the null hypothesis means what are the present situation is there, na? That is status quo. your present situation will be considered as null hypothesis always. Status quo. Status quo means present situation. Now, SRK is a good trainer or bad trainer means by default it will go to the good trainer in the null hypothesis. Why? Because that is ongoing. From Naresh sir point of view, already has selected me. His assumption. What is his assumption is I am a good trainer only. Unless I was proved as a bad trainer, he will not take any action on me. Okay, status quo always goes with the null. And for alternate hypothesis, which one you are interested to prove, that one should be in the null alternate hypothesis, which is also called as a research hypothesis. For example, if the person is criminal or innocent, for which one we have to prove? Criminal or innocent we have to prove? Criminal we have to prove. Otherwise, by default, every person in the world is innocent only. Even Vijay Mallya also innocent only. Once he comes to India from England. Okay, if Vijay Mallya was brought to India, if he kept in the Supreme Court, as per the judge, he is innocent. Unless you prove. Null alternate hypothesis is Vijay Mallya is a criminal. If you are unable to prove that one, no evidences are there, then he is also innocent only. By default, every person is innocent. Is the points are clear, everyone? So, how you can formulate the null and alternate hypothesis means by using the words as no action, no difference, or status quo. By using these words, you can formulate the null hypothesis. By using these words, you can also formulate the alternate hypothesis. Which one you are interested to prove, that comes under alternate. Is the point is clear? For example, again, one more example, last example for formulation. Now, there is, if you get the fever, some person is getting fever or something, generally what is the tablet we are going to give? Paracetamol, which is Dolo 650 or something like this. Okay. Now, I have invented a new medicine. I only. Who? SRK, me. I only invented one new medicine, which is better than the Dolo. Which is better than the paracetamol. I have invented something. Assume. Let's take an example. What is the null and what is the alternate hypothesis in this case? What is the null and alternate hypothesis? Think. I have written now how to formulate. Null hypothesis says that there is no difference between my medicine versus paracetamol. No difference. Alternate hypothesis says that my medicine is better than the paracetamol, which I am interested to prove. So, in the pharma, what are the medicine was released? Which are the medicine they are releasing? Every medicine they are doing the null and alternate hypothesis. Is the points are clear? Everyone. So just sometimes it would be easy to formulate the alternate hypothesis. So see, it is not obvious how to formulate null and alternate hypothesis. In some cases, it is easier to identify the alternate hypothesis first. In some cases, null is easy. If you formulate alternate, opposite to that is null only now. I told you what? My medicine is better than the paracetamol. My medicine is better than paracetamol. Whatever I have invented, that is my research. I have to prove that one. If I don't prove, whether you will take my medicine directly. If I bring tomorrow one medicine and take this one means you will take a no, right? I have to show the proof. So whatever I am trying to prove, that comes under alternate hypothesis. Now alternate hypothesis what? My medicine is better than the paracetamol. Now what is null? From this opposite to this is my medicine is not better than the paracetamol. Is the point is clear? It is not better, or if it is equal to also, you are not going to take any action. What no action means what? you will not release into the market. If it is better than the paracetamol, it will be released in the market. Is the point is clear? Now, during the COVID time, Covaxin and Covishield, these are the injections released in the market. Some of the people has taken that dose also. Okay. Now, here the point is Covishield kills the coronavirus. Covishield will not kill the coronavirus. Which is null and which is alternate? Which one is action? For which one you are going to take action? It will kill the coronavirus only. You will take the action. Then only you will give to the public. It will not kill the coronavirus means why you will release in the market? Point is clear? So whatever you are interested to prove, it will kill the virus. That one should be in the alternate hypothesis. Alternate hypothesis is also called as research hypothesis, which the researchers are interested to prove. Is the points are clear? Now, let's go with this question. 1 minute. Before going to the question, okay, online students, just hold for another 1 minute. Don't leave. Just I am showing you the question by removing the answer. Already answer also available there. Just I am striking off the answer. Now, go with this. Read the question and formulate the null and alternate hypothesis. Guys, person is not important, diagram is not important, sentences are important. Completed? Everyone, tell me, what is the answer? What is the null and alternate hypothesis? Null hypothesis is mu is mu is less than or equal to 30 minutes. Alternate greater than 30 minutes. This is by one student, option A. Another student, according to me, it is a wrong answer. Anyone wants to give a try with correct answer? Anyone other than this? One student has given this one. Any other student wants to give? Not even one student understood properly. Mean is less than or equal to 32. greater than 32. Okay. Now, any other less than 8? A. Oh, A option you are selecting. Okay. Other than A. Other than A. Okay. What is your point? This one only, A option only. You want to give any different value? Tell me. What is null value and what is alternate value? Just tell me the things. Don't read the question. You only read the question and tell me the answer only. Tell the answer for me, not the question. Anyone? Different answer. Guys, for 1.5 hours I have spent. Not even one student is giving correct answer. Yeah. How many are going with the option A? Raise your hand, please. Raise properly. How many are going with the option A? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. How many are going with the option B? B. You told the answer. You are not raising. Okay. Done. How many are going with the either A or it is not either A or it is not either B? Finally, I don't understand anything. I will not give the answer only. Balanced people comes under that category only, right? The correct answer is option A. Option A is correct answer only. Slightly confused. Answer is A only. Answer is A. Mu is less than or equal to 30 minutes. Mu is greater than 30 minutes. Correct answer. Right? So, here just they have given the mean response time for the sample of 30 deliveries. 30 deliveries means in terms of 30 values. The records are 30. Number of rows are 30. Okay. 30 sample deliveries is 32 minutes. Means the average value is 32 minutes. Of all these values, 32 minutes. Standard deviation is 10 minutes. Which one? Population standard deviation is 10 minutes. Services director wants to perform the test with alpha is equal to 0.05 level of significance to determine whether the service goal of 30 minutes is achieved or not. The requirement is 30 minutes only. If it is less than 30 minutes, the service goal is achieved and no need of action. When it is more than 30 minutes, they are going to take the action. Here this 32 number is average of these 30 deliveries 32. Instead of giving all the values, they only told that sample mean is 32. Otherwise, generally what they have to give is 30 values they have to give to us. If they give 30 values, we will calculate the sample mean. Instead of giving, they only told that directly 32. Is the point is clear, guys? Everyone? So how to formulate the null and alternate hypothesis? Now, last question for today's class. Okay. Now, there is a milk packet company, Amul. Company name is Amul Milk Packets. Amul milk packets are there. And these Amul milk packets, they are manufacturing the 500 ml milk packets. Now, we want to check, okay, check whether the filling process to be continued or to be stopped. Filling process to be continued continue, or stop and correct. Now, in this case, what is the null and alternate hypothesis? Amul milk packets of 500 ml, they are filling, and whether the filling process has to be continued or stop and correct. First, tell me, who is doing this one? Manager. How you decided? Manager or inspector, how you decided? Maybe inspector might be there. Inspector coming and he's checking the 500 ml packets. How you decided it is a manager or a inspector? Exactly, that is the point. So if inspector comes, means either he'll continue or he'll stop only. Why he'll correct? Correction will be done only by the company people. If the question was asked to be continued or stopped, means then it is from the inspector point of view. If it is added with the correction, we have to correct the mission and all these things will be done only by who? Manager. So now you have to do from the manager point of view. So from manager point of view, if you see, what is the null and alternate hypothesis? Equal to 500 ml. He is not going to take no action, and equal to not equal to 500 ml, he will take the action. These are the questions. Everyone is clear with the formulation of null and alternate hypothesis? So in out of 6 steps, 1 step was completed in 1 class. Finally, step 1 was completed. Out of 6 steps, step 1 is completed. Step 1 is clear, means remaining things is small only. Remaining everything can be completed in 1 class only. First step only more important. Formulation is clear now, everyone? Done. Let's continue from here in the tomorrow's class by taking the different examples, and that examples what are we consider in the statistics, they are called as case studies. So by taking the different case studies, we'll try in the tomorrow's class. If you are having any questions, please ask. No questions, you can leave. Yeah. Renuka, when it is more than one discrete variable also same, no difference. When you are having more than one, you have to go with the no difference, the word of no difference. When you are having single, you have to go with the word called as no action. Right? Done. Yes. Yesterday was covered now. So now you can redo one more time, and I will upload the solutions by today night. And can you please upload the fields test? Sure. Everything will be uploaded.